The ladies admit to Kevin Frazier that they aligned themselves with the men in the beginning of this process to present a full and fake representation of who they are and their relationships.
Yes, indeed.
Why then are they expecting a tangible relationship, a real relationship, to come out of the swamp of fake and phony?
I have no clue whatsoever.
Forget the dumb stuff.
Welcome to Cliff Alert. Hey, we're going to be talking about Lifetime Network's reality-based TV series, Married at First Sight, season number 17, Denver Reunion, Part 1.
So we're gonna start off with Kevin asking the women,
Yeah, all five
of them, Chloe, Emily, Lauren, Claire, and Becca. Why is there so much hostility and anger
real anger
among them?
amongst the women
And
as it relates to how this situation worked out this season.
Chloe is a little more elevated than the others.
And besides, she didn't wear a pink dress to the occasion.
Well, she didn't want to be part of a fraud and then blaming somebody else when they were not addressing consistently their part of the foolishness.
Oh, you're talking to him, wifey. You're talking to him.
So they planned themselves in a swamp, so they got swampy behavior and swampy men.
Swamp result.
That's the environment they created for themselves. These toxic behavior, which was outside of the scope of the show, the premise itself, present her inauthentic self, and then complain that the men were the only ones behaving badly.
After all, they are real strong, progressive women.
That's what badass bitches do. They take accountability.
Right from the
jump. And they continue to keep accountability. Grown women put their integrity aside to align with some fake foolduggery.
Is that a word?
No, it's a combination of fool and skullduggery. Foolduggery. And present that as their authentic self and think that that behavior is not going to boomerang back on them in a negative way.
Oh, you're talking to him now.
Becca starts off saying that, the men were more focused on
The optics.
the optics. And they too sign up for the optics as well? Did I miss something here?
No, you didn't.
And Lauren, she said, well, it went beyond that. It was not giving up her power. Girl, you give up your power the moment when a group of strangers asked you to participate in inauthentic foolduggery, and you say yeah, and you then expected the man who you aligned with to have a real relationship. And you know that thing was done and dusted in 2, 3 days, but yet you continued the foolduggery of pretending you and he were trying to get to a relationship that was non-existent.
And then what's worse, after they knew it was finished, to try to kind of rekindle some kind of friendship.
Foolduggery.
Yes.
Foolduggery.
Yes.
Emily said that it's more than anger, it's sadness. Sadness for her and sadness for Brennan. Did you think about that before you signed up for the foolduggery?
I don't think so.
Missing something?
No.
Because these women are focused on that something real, a real relationship didn't sprout out of the swamp that they willingly and voluntarily planted seeds in.
Yep.
They think that's casual thing.
And what's worse from my vantage point is, again, the consistency by which these women finger pointed at their former spouses as though, they were the ones that were primarily responsible for this whole fakeness image that they helped to create and project to us, the viewers, that it was somehow all of the guy's fault.
For as long as we've been going to therapy, a therapist got to come from a truthful place to be
Oh,
able to guide, to be able to lead, to
and
be able to
analyze and
so
accurately
critically give guidance
assess.
to
Yes,
couples who are having some
serious
misunderstanding
issues.
so that they move forward.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
what our therapist is to us.
Right.
So let's hear the therapist among them.
Uh-oh. Oh.
He said it's all about telling the truth.
The therapist talking about it's all about telling the truth when she ain't been telling the truth from the beginning.
Oh, but wait.
Oh, there's more?
She said
Talk to 'em.
they were not truthful to their authentic self,
Oh, yeah? When
and
did she
that
come
they
to that?
ended up hurting themselves in the
When did she
end.
come to that realization? Certainly not right at the reunion, the taping of the reunion.
It was part and parcel, part of this foolduggery that went on. But now she had a come to Jesus moment. So she
Oh.
saying that it ended up, the foolduggery ended up hurting them,
Huh?
and that telling the truth was now part of her priority going forward.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know what Miss Claire thought was gonna happen when she participated in something like this. Is she fully equipped to guide anyone?
Well,
Because the first order of business for medical doctors is first do no harm.
oh,
And while she's not a physician, she's still in that low bubble of
realm.
healthcare
Yeah.
and wellness.
Work to convince us of what they knew wasn't authentic and think that would go over, fly over with us, the viewers.
So Kevin asked, what was the root cause of this kind of behavior, this kind of deceit, this kind of ugliness that you guys were perpetrating, not only on the experts, mind you,
And on
but
us, the
on the
viewers,
viewers
us, yeah.
and the producers, because they tried to take the power away from the producers with their spin on the show.
Yeah, by controlling what they thought would be the narrative.
Control the narrative.
Yep.
But they ended up in the swamp.
Yeah, boomerang back on them, didn't it?
Kevin said, well, you guys are grown, right?
Supposed to be.
Why didn't you say no to this foolishness? And
Crickets. Crickets. Crickets.
Claire said she wanted to protect the marriage that she just got 5 minutes ago.
Right.
She wanted to protect that. So the 5 minute marriage was more important than her career and her integrity.
How did Trevor Noah say? Miss me with that bullshit.
She said Cameron was the mastermind with all this. So when the mastermind approached her in her therapist self, in her woman of integrity, powerful, strong woman, and she decided when she heard this come out of her husband's mouth that it was more important to lay down who she believes she is and pick up swamp behavior.
But didn't Miss Claire at certain points throughout the course of this season try to get us, the viewers, to believe that things were actually progressing and moving forward, and that she was actually getting closer to her husband?
Claire was never aligned with that man from the jump.
Right. Rather than tell the truth.
Her actions indicated it clearly.
Right. To pretend like this was authentic and to make a show for us, the viewers, to buy into this narrative that she knew was all kinds of
because the way you keep your integrity intact is being yourself.
Yes.
Good or bad or indifferent. What matters is you being authentic going through the process. After hearing Claire's explanation,
Yeah.
Kevin slid in when he said, do you think that the men too were confused and trying to figure it out? So basically, essentially, he's saying that they were confused.
Yeah, the premise of the question was rooted in the assumption that you ladies were confused. Do you think your former spouses were as confused as you were?
Said no.
No. I know that had that brother turn his head. I know he wanted to crack his brown egg a little bit.
Lauren said the men had an overarching goal that didn't include them or the marriage. That they were, focused on optics. That's what you guys signed up
Agreed to. You can't be on both sides of the fence at the same time. They're not compatible.
Thank you. Do they get that?
No, still no.
Does Lauren think that if you agree to rob a bank and you go in the bank with a pistol and a mask, and then you discover that it's Friday and not Wednesday, that you could change your mind and walk out and all is well with you? You're going to be arrested.
At some point in time.
Bank robbery.
At some point in
Not
time.
attempted bank robbery.
But bank robbery.
Bank robbery. You in there with a pistol and a mask.
And a note. Huh? Huh? Stop me when I'm lying.
I think these ladies have a whole lot of adulting to do. Kevin mentioned that there was no sexual relationship going on with any of the women with except Chloe. And Chloe said that, she knew she had to consummate the marriage if she was trying to seek something real. Becca said that maybe the men conspired that as well. Granted, she said before it ended, she wanted to start telling the truth. She said that. She said she wanted to start telling the truth. Start.
At the end.
Uh-huh.
Telling the truth.
Telling the truth. But yet she wants Austin to give her an authentic self, for them to have an authentic relationship, something that was founded and grew up in a lie.
What it appears to me is going on here is that I think these women think that they believe themselves to be actually smarter than the people who are watching them. They feel like they can control the narrative and put out whatever they want to, and that the people are going to swallow that in the way of a storyline or a narrative and accept it as authentic.
Because none of them have said that yes, we signed up for a lie to deceive people. Yes, as a result, we could not have a real relationship with any of the men. Yes, we made a wrong decision, but it started out that way in a poisonous swamp and
That
we
I
could
can't.
not get out of it. So we are responsible for what occurred because we participated in the bank robbery. We were part of that. And while we may have had a come to Jesus moment
And not the
and started
masterminds.
and started to speak the truth, by then it was too late. The momentum had already shifted into presenting some foolduggery, and that's what it is. So we take full responsibility for our part of it. We were deceived, but we knowingly signed up for it. So, in essence, we deceived ourselves.
As well, and the viewers and the experts.
That's what an empowered woman would say. I am part of this. I created this. And while I wanted to change it up, the momentum shifted. So now in this reunion, all I have to do is now tell the truth and not blame it on somebody else.
Irrespective of how it might make me look and or appear to the audience.
Because I had an opportunity to present my authentic self and I chose to do some foolduggery. So this is what happened. This is what occurred. I made a fool of myself. I laid down the integrity and the wisdom and knowledge that I had. And now the consequences are before me. That's what empowered women do.